Welcome to the World Championship 2019. We're going to be starting with one of the best CoH2 players of all time. GCS 1 winner, GCS 2 finalist. It's Luvnest locking in GMCT, Guard Motor Coordination Tactics, playing on Longorskaya, the newly revamped Longorskaya. It's got some shenanigans going on with the base exit here to make it less pinnable. The whole map is a little bit more flat. It's also Dawn on Longres now, and it is a new dawn for Company of Heroes. Huge tournament at stake, big cash prize pool. Creative name Seed 17 is up against Seed 1 in his opening game of this round robin group phase. So you guys can read around that should you wish to. There will be a link in the description should you be seeing this on YouTube, but you can put exclamation mark brackets in chat should you want to see it on that side of things. Nice commander from Creative Name. He has, of course, gone for Stall for Tiger, Stall for Tiger. Don't do anything else but Stall for Tiger doctrine. Pretty decent choice, but he is going to have to struggle to get there should he want to go that avenue. He does have Panzer Fusiliers should he need them. And that's Luvnest building more conscripts. We go over to Creative Name. See that the Panzer Fusi option does come available at 270 manpower. And spoiler alerts, chat's pretty sure he's going to go for that. But yeah, this is kicking off in a very good way. No bug splats, no shenanigans. Everything's happy. AE is purposely kind of holding his breath a little bit. Because you never know when things can happen to your PC. Nice little truck here. That's been added by, I think it was Woof. So big shout out to Woof in chat, who has done a good job. First engagement of World Championship 2019. Conscript versus Folks Grenadiers. For all you guys that were expecting just USF versus just OKW in every single game, you're not getting your wish. I know you just wanted two factions, but you're getting more than two. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. There's those amazing prediction, Panzer Fusiliers coming onto the field. I have to say, I know that Luvnest has already kind of embedded himself into Longorskaya, and he's going to just go to be in the most Luvnest way possible into this game, which is all about positioning, it's all about tactical supremacy, it's all about knowing the map, knowing your opponent's position at any one time and anticipating it. But Longorskaya is a map that could lend itself to opportunities. Engagement in the north here. We see Stern Pioneers force away that conscript squad. 3 soldiers die for the motherland. See that Stormless is in chat. Reliably informed that Stormless will be doing some casting of his own today. We've got 16 groups to be cast. We've got 16 times 6, whatever that is. 96 games for you today in total. Panzer Fusiliers using the Folks Grenadiers as a meat shield. Getting those volleys in over their shoulders. Conscripts close the gap. Folks Grenadiers have to back away. Panzer Fusiliers, that is not negative cover. They are able to escape without dropping a Soldaten. However, the Rock 9 Flamethrower is in pursuit. Meanwhile, we've got this Stern Pioneer thinking of a cut-off attempt, but Luvnest has other thoughts. And that's what I mean. That positioning is what has brought him much tournament fame and glory. Got Pompey in chat, famous for bringing a I love Luvnest and want to make him my boyfriend sign to GCS 1. It may not have been that exact wording, but I can see he's a big Luvnest fanboy and he's come out to support the Lieber's Nest. 2 Folks Grenadiers are going to go round the outside, First truck coming out. Let's have a little eye on that. Panzer Fusiliers are actually eating shots now. They're not able to use their superior accuracy because the Folks Grenadiers weren't there to die for them. 2 victory points have been maintained for a little while for Luvnest, but it is worth mentioning that Creative Name was able to get a quicker cap off, meaning Luvnest has fallen to 448 in total. Creative Name, by the way, is one of those players, he may have Seed 17, but he's been practicing damn hard in this tournament. Not this tournament, rather, but in the build-up to this tournament. We've all seen him take some big games, and he's done damn well for himself. Got a little bit of action on the west side here. Haha. Creative name's waiting for him. Oh, is he? Well, you'll see him now. That's quick reactions, by the way. That was very quick. He heard that and he snapped to it very quick, showing that he's got good reaction times today, which you kind of want playing in the biggest tournament in Company of Heroes history, one would suppose. Luvnest is going for a Maxim. Creative name, just with the 3 Folks Panzerfusey build. So far, he has been able to decap Luvnest's fuel point over here. We have a command half-track. It is mechanized. He is hiding the choice. Luvnest isn't going to be able to spot that. But it's pretty much what everybody... Well, not everybody, actually. Speaking of people that don't go for mechanized, Luvnest tends to go for battle group. I know, right? How crazy. A little bit of action in the north, I believe. Yes, these Stern Pioneers. Very low on Soldat and health. They could actually lose a few game models there. Nice bursts of flame here. Conscripts forced away. Luvnest, of course, will have healing up in base, so don't worry about that. One of the advantages of a 3 conscript build, you may lose a little bit of pressure because you want to leave room for guards. That's what Luvnest tends to do. I've been watching his auto match games quite a lot. It's all 3 conscripts because he wants to leave room for guards without suffering that bleed. Oh, combat engineer was lucky to survive there. Got a Panzer II on the way. We, of course, have Tier 2 already down, so that build time's been soaked up. Luvnest knowing he needs to do that. Guards now out, so we'll have some DP and PTRS action against the Panzer II. But it is a good map for a Panzer II. I mean, I know what you're going to say. You're going to tell me, don't light tanks and light armor usually need sight and shot blockers in order to, circumnavigate the map and keep out of harm's way. Yes and no, but on Longraskaya, against guards, the Panzer II is going to have a good time because the guards are always going to be visible to it, and it'll be able to keep away from them. So unless the guards do some flanking around here, for example, they're going to be out in the open a lot, and the Panzer II will be able to keep away from them and keep its edge for longer. That's what I'm thinking there. Stern Pioneers. There is a mine there. They've not taken the fact... Yeah, they have, of course, swept it. You can do that in combat. I learnt that the other week. I'm glad I learnt that before the tournament started. So my research and practice was worth it. Bit of a non-engagement over there. This one's a little bit more feisty because, all those Stern Pioneers have got a tricky retreat path. Luvnest needs to make sure they go down this side for certain. East side, guards are now out. They've got that DP action on the Panzer Fusilier squad. There you go. Did retreat the right side. I was wrong to assume it might not. Luke goes in. Conscripts with a hasty retreat. Fly, you fools. They're going to need to. And more barbed wire coming here. Turning this sandbag sandwich into more of a sandbag sandwich with barbed wire on top. That's a very slight difference and variation there on the usual themes. Conscripts over here. Sticking behind green cover, but they are flanked now, and these are G43s. It's the recon package. They aren't quite finding an angle, though. You can actually see the trails of the bullets. What I mean by find an angle is they need to circumnavigate the cover, so the conscripts are able to hold for quite a while. Tenkovi is on its way. To be honest, he may even go... No, he won't go Su-76, surely. But it is actually a map where you could get the Su-76 to actually work and do something in 1v1. If you're wondering why you're just hearing my voice, I might be casting with other people later. I'm thinking of asking Ed 80Hz if he's available. But it's kind of the very hectic first few games of the tournament when there's a lot of stuff to do with the brackets, and I kind of just wanted to be able to have a bit of clarity of mind and singularity of focus about myself, not have to worry about secondary caster, audio levels, that kind of thing. Capen's asking me to ask him. I didn't see that comment. Didn't see it, so he can't get offended. Oh, Panzer Fusiliers low. Luke's watch is on. Look how badass it looks on the map. That's so cool at the twilight kind of settings. We've got a push in from Luvnest on the western flank. Conscripts there. combat engineers also. Maxim wheeling away. Guards coming into cover. Conscripts suffering. I tell you what, creative name is piling on the pressure. I have seen Luvnest crash out of a tournament in the early phase before. It was the Warpaint Championship, and he did not get past the second qualification round. Sure, people in chat remember that, or not. There's been a lot of tournaments over the years. At least you've got somebody in the community that kind of is nerdy enough to keep track of this. We all have our roles. It is going to be a T-70. Panzer II is looking to cut off the retreat path from this conscript, but it is full health. There is no AT nade, though. And that's a tell, by the way. He moved away from the Lukes, which tells him that he does not have AT nades, which is going to mean the Lukes is going to stay there for longer. And now the conscript fully retreats. Was able to decrew. Got the T-70. No, that is the DP. Well, similar sound effects to the T-70, and here comes the T-70 anyway. Ooh! Stern Pioneer's really low. They're dropping like flies. T-70 gets a second one. We've also had some guard DPS coming in. Oh, that's dead. That's dead for certain. He goes station with the T-70. Now goes back in pursuit. Will the combat engineers get it? Will the T-70 get it? That's the only suspense I can give you. It is indeed the T-70 getting the kill. 300 man. He attacks his own combat engineer and detonates the mine. I think that was insult to injury. And now Luvnest may cause his own wipe here. Lukes is going to go for the combat engineer. T-70 comes in to try and make the save. Panzer II. Does he get the kill? Does this shot blocker come into effect? Yes, it does. That was so close. We have had a cutoff, by the way. It's now being retaken, but we've got an MG34 in position. Classic CoH2 Longreskaya pin coming in. You use this big spine of hedge to get the cutoff and try and keep it. And that's what you want to see. Some good stuff. Quality cutoffs. He did manage to get it back, though, and now the T-70 is causing issues. Here comes the guard squad. DP getting some good shots in on the Lukes. Creative name must have seen that. There we go. He's got it getting away now. Oh, Puma's in position, though. Puma's going to go on the prowl. Going to go for some cheeky, penetrative shots there. Kind of a rear armor shot. Don't understand CoH at times. There you go. We've got an MG34 on the west side here. Conscript's coming to its line of fire, perhaps. There you go. Luvnest is being tested here in this first game. It's a good first game. The two Germans battling at it. Nationality, of course, not factions. No mirror matches up in this shizzle. Here we go. That Puma's back on the field. The Lukes is going to wait a while longer, though. He's going to get the Automatron mechanical engineers. I'm a mechanical man. For those that remember Command and Conquer the original. Nice. As ever, anti-infantry DPS from the Puma. Not its intended role, but totally working as intended. Sure. First Grenadiers come into things. Maxim awaits. T-70 with some cheeky shots. That was a big one. Puma comes in to mitigate. Combat engineer will just kind of look at it for a while. To be honest, more and more people get my references. I'm 30, but my average YouTube audience is now 25 to 35. The demographic grew with me. So I'm pretty certain a lot of my references people will get, fortunately. Just reading a bit of chat there in response to Mechanical Man by Frank Kalepi. Stern Pioneer's being rebuilt, of course. I should have pointed that out on cast. That's why he's had to go for the Mechanical Men. Because he didn't have Stern Pioneers. T-70 watches on. Sandbags comes to the First Grenadiers rescue. Victory point wise, creative name is actually doing damn well here. Maybe Luvnest wasn't too wise to go Soviets. Maybe wanted that punching power USF tends to lend at the moment. Who are we to second guess the great German? But right now, in terms of victory points at least, one would argue he's currently losing. Only just though, only just. Look at KD, I mean, he's got equal KD pretty much against OKW, which shows that he's had He's dealing more lethality upon his foe, which is always what you want to try and do. Oh, relative smorgasbord. Oh! Well dodged there. Very easy dodge. More suppression there from Luvnest. Needs to wake up. Doesn't need that to keep running face first into an MG. Urar's out of danger to get behind this sandbag. Good work by Luvnest. T70 watching over it. 8 kills and counting. Panzer II, due to its lengthy time being unrepaired, has 11 kills. Actually, more than my... So my point doesn't stand. That's kind of the opposite of what I was going to say. Bit of recon mode on the T70 there, giving it better sight lines, allowing that Ziscun some great shots in on the Puma. Luvnest is fantastic at doing stuff like that. Don't forget as well, we have for creative name, when he gets his big boy tanks out later, he does have the Panzer Commander, so he can make use of that as well. Elsewhere, west side, conscripts forced away by the MG34, which is pushed up, so audacious assault by creative name, really starting to take up that side of the map there. Luvnest chilling out for a moment. Looks like creative name is going to ebb away to flow again another day. He's going to build the Schwer Panzer headquarters, probably here. Let's face it, it's going to be there. And yeah, he's going to be on the slightly more defensive posture for a while. But it doesn't matter because he's gotten the victory point situation in his favour for now. And Luvnest is somebody that sometimes never loses a victory point, so that's good going. Panzer II. Ooh, does he see the engineer there? I don't think he would have, but he would have seen the combat engineer kind of stopped and then starts again. 18 aid goes in. He couldn't have been that lucid. Vet 3 combat engineer, by the way, that'll come in useful for later. We've got mechanised armour company being built here. We've got an assault in the centre over here. Puma watching on. T70 going in for a cheeky assault against the Volksgrenadiers. Sorry, Panzer Fusiliers, of course. Must have had them selected from earlier. Nice flank and decap over there. Back to the centre. Maxim attains veterancy 2 now. Combat engineers forced away, weren't able to get the victory point. Let's check this engagement over here. As the T70 goes on another assault. What's the Puma doing? It's not in position. T70 could harass now. Yes, it is. It takes advantage of the Puma being assaulted by those guard squads. And will he get a kill? Yes, he will. Great synergy by Luvnest. Using the guards and the threat of a the threat of a Ziscun to keep the Puma away, meaning the T70 was able to take out yet another squad. Great play. Schwer's now up. Puma's now repaired. Panzer II. I wouldn't say it's impotent, but it's been out of the equation for a while now. Got our first T34 on the way for Luvnest. 85mm variant, of course. I do know that now. It's been 6 years of casting this game, but I'm still have it in the back of my mind that I don't know it. So I always check. Always. Oh, Ziscun through the bushes. T70, similar. Tell you what, this MG34 wants to be careful. Let's go check out this Zis barrage. Causing problems. Oh, causing big problems. Ouch! Sniped on retreat by the Zis barrage. Unfortunate. Elsewhere, we've got tripwire flares going up, killing that soldier in particular, and making the map really pretty. Isn't that lovely? T-34's here. No camo for Luvnest, just brutality and efficiency. We've got the mobilised reserves on the conscript, 7 men. For the cost of munitions. Nice attack again from the T-70. Look at that sniping. And the T-34 does have the slightly tighter AOE profile than its competitor, the 76mm, so it can't really harass on retreat as effectively. I mean, it's a good all-rounder tank, and it can keep you up against Panzer IVs for quite a while, but yeah. Elsewhere, north side, Panzer II. Still not able to get the incursions one would like. It's been heavily nullified. What were the combat engineers doing? Misclick, probably. Oh, maybe he'd gone in to see if he could see what was in base. Maybe it was a con. I'm sorry I missed that. It was either a misclick or a savage lose one model to get some reconnaissance tactic. I'm not sure which. T-34's reposition's gone all the way around the outside. Oh, nice hit there. Puma comes in. Misses its shot. Tracks for a second. Will it get the second? No, it won't. Maxim's pushed up a little bit now, causing some issues. Multi-Hog in chat saying this map is iconic as hell. I agree. Winner of the 2008 Malik Rap Search competition. No, it's the Relic Map competition. 2008 player called Michi made this one. If the company here is one, of course, and it's been altered by Woof and Stern Panther most recently. It's like 10th iteration. And I really like this iteration. I think the setting is beautiful. Look at that in the distance, that haze. Nice shot by the T-34-85 and the Zis gun. Luvnest is bearing down upon Creative Name now. It's really starting to make things hurt for his opponent. Shots coming in. Zis guns pushing up. Guards behind cover. Meanwhile, 85mm kills that truck for some reason. We have had a second Zis out from Luvnest. Just going to create an AT wall, ever a popular strategy on Longras. Nice damaged engine though, from the 18 of the Panzerfuses. Zis gun just causing issues for Creative Name. He can't even make it into the centre of the map at the moment. It's being barraged. Guard squad, 19 kills, one of which is a vehicle kill. No, it isn't actually. Looks like the T-70 got that. What am I on about? The vehicles have died. Schmat. Was he just... He was crew repairing in the face of his enemy. That takes balls, doesn't it? Or it takes a bit of arrogance there. Oh, nice shots in on the Puma. Nearly looked away for a second, but I didn't realise Luvnest had a Zis in the pocket. You're just having to keep repairing these things. Luvnest is being too anticipative, to give you a new word. I know a lot of my European viewers kind of like the fact you drop a few word bombs in there now and again. Veterancy 2 only on the Panzer 2. 23 minutes into the game. It's been there since the 6th minute. Not the rapid state of climb that you'd like. Let's have a look at this overview. Let's check out the army value graph. You can see that Luvnest is ahead, and he started behind because he's against OKW, so he's firmly ahead now. More Zis barrages. Luvnest just using these to pummel Creative Name out of existence and stop him just getting back into the centre, basically. Victory points have just swapped hands, by the way, in terms of who is leading. Luvnest now has the lead. Another tripwire flare goes up. A tale as old as time. Of course, Luvnest popularising that tactic back in ESL 2006. Meanwhile, T-34 remains on the rampage. 10 kills and counting. Let's go back to the east side as Creative Name tries to force his way into things. But look at these full health squads coming onto the field. Mobilised reserves. I keep wanting to call it mechanised, I don't know why. Mobilised reserve conscripts and Vet 3 guards. You don't want to go toe-to-toe with that, let me assure you. He's going, look at him. Full frontal assault. MG, does it have the target? Yes, it does. Look at that cone of fire. Just about hitting him on the periphery of that bush there. Foch Grenadiers pushing in. MG34 in the centre. 3 victory points capped for the German. He's going for a second T-34-85. This is Soviet deep battle in action. Very reminiscent of the steppe here. As of course in Operation Citadel, the Germans forced themselves against the salient of Russians, and the deep defense of the Russians held tight, even with advanced late war tanks against them. T-34, nice shot there. He's bleeding out like a stuck pig, to quote Jim Ross. Creative name, surely can't have many more pints of blood left. Look at that KD now. Luvnest surging ahead against OKW. And given that OKW soldiers are worth more in terms of manpower, that ain't good. He's trying to force his way back though. He just wants the pretty Tiger to save him. He's getting there. MG34 goes down. He's going to destroy the weapon, or is he going to take it? Destroy, take. Destroy, take. Destroy is Luvnest's answer. Panzer Fusiliers. Veterancy 4 for Kettenwerfer. Hasn't attained Veterancy 1 yet, so can't get Cloak. That's a new one for you guys that only watch the big tournaments. First game, Longoskaya. We're 26 minutes in, and it's barely begun. Now, to be fair, I think Luvnest is getting a decent lead on this one. It's going to be a grind, but he's used to the grind. Talisman made him so. Nice incendiary nade there. We do have this 64-ton behemoth on the field. The Tiger makes its arrival into the World Championship 2019. Designated 4-2-1. This thing's going to play the numbers game. It's going to stay behind that central line. It's going to try and gain veterancy. Just try and give Luvnest the edge he needs. But Luvnest may pull the trigger. He's got T-34s in position. Is he going to be bold enough? Crazy enough, perhaps? He could be. He could be. Ziskun's there. T-34s are there. Tiger's on the field. For some reason, the T-34s decide to attack the flag. That was a miscalculation. Flare is ignited thanks to the tripwire flare being tripped. Luvnest posturing, thinking about it. Probably remembers ESL March final against Helping Hands when he made a T-34 assault and he broke upon the Axis defensive position. How do I remember this shit? Tiger's trying to tempt him, lifting up a little bit of skirt here. Chase me. Panzer 2, 19 kills now. Tiger, just the one. Not really been able to do much yet. Luvnest still, by the way, gotten... Oh, what? He's seen that. That's good. Or is he just pounding it for the sake? 200 points now remain. Solid in your defense, as the OKW announcer may say. Tiger eating health damage, already down to 60%. Oh, nice assault there. The Panzer 2 was out of position. The Zis and the T-34s ate it alive. Missed it on camera, but it's very easy to see what happened. Nice 18 aid with the snare. Foch Grenadiers pushing up. Ziskun's repositioned. T-34s come to save their little brother. And with big brothers like this, they don't need much else. The Tiger goes for an assault. This is a veterancy 3 Ziskun. And the Tigers giving it veterancy, bleeding to it. T-34s obliterate the Puma. Ziskun doesn't want to push up though. Maybe he's going to go for a merge. We have to wait and see. T-34's just sitting there, soaking up damage and dealing out more. Meanwhile, Luvnest tightens the noose, goes for the fuel point. Kettenwerfer in position. And I may have to break down elements of this game afterward, just for people that think it's all luck in Company Heroes. Because if you know what you're watching for, there ain't no look to what Luvnest does. It is truly a masterclass. Vet 5 Foch Grenadiers hurt and punished. Rakettenwerfer just not given any time to breathe or even get a shot off, as is the agility of the mind of Luvnest, constantly tactically assessing, pondering, poking. Got a triple cap and 2 fuel points capped, all with sandbags in position. Luvnest is not losing this game. Spoiler alert. Port and PL says North longer is better, I think. That's not been the mode of thinking for a long time, but with some good changes from certain, from Wolf and others, it's certainly looking a lot better, that's for certain. Tiger, only 5 kills. Needs a few more. Zisgun, bit of health damage there. Nice overshot from the Tiger, however. Maxim, Vet 3 in position. God suffering, though. Doesn't want that to keep happening. Tiger with a nice shot lined up. Misses. Meanwhile, Foch Grenadiers are able to force away their conscript opponents. T-34 possibly in position. Are they going to pull the trigger, or is Luvnest content to just let this happen? He's got 4 games to play today. No need to rush things. Nice hits from the Zisgun's Tiger on such low health. Will he get an attack ground off? Possibly not. T-34's considering it, though. Considering it, and here they come for the Rodina. Or is he learning from the risk profile of the guy that beat him in 2 matches of GCS2? The upper bracket final and the grand final. Talisman, who just showed such great patience of not pulling the trigger, of doing the right thing at the right time, but not going crazy.
75 points remaining. Tactical adjustment.
And look at this, the time it's going to take to repair it. Well, to be fair, Vet 2 Pioneers with the Minesweeper. But another loss for Creative Name. Such a shame. Who's to blame? Tiger has to come out without a full bill of health. Oh, might actually take out this T-34 though. I tell you what, he backs away. Will we see a ram before he dies perhaps? Tiger gets the kill. Meanwhile, we've had another infantry unit lost. Keep missing these squad wipes, but I'm trying to keep an eye on the big boys. Looks likely to have been here, let's face it. It died. Maybe it was on camera. It may have just been on the edge of the screen. Su-85 building, Panzer 4 also. 46 victory points remain. Here come the boys. Got Vet 3, 7-man conscripts, and the Vet 3 guard squad. Incendiary grenade goes off, but what was the point? Tiger eating shots from 2 Zisguns. Certainly got to die. More target here. Oh, he goes forward. That was a miscalculation if I've ever seen one. Who's going to get the kill? That's all we have to ask. Double shot from the Zisguns. And it's game, baby. Creative Name throws in the towel.
Achtung! Angriffstruppe ist unterwegs. Ziel erkannt. Abbruchzone markiert.
Nice one there. Good first game, I thought. I thought Creative Name brought it. But I think there was some tactical and strategic elements that made Luvnest superior in that game. And yeah, there's so much detail you can spot. I saw some newer fans in chat saying, oh, he's just lucky. There ain't that... No. Just no, basically. If you know what you're watching for tactically, you can just see what Luvnest is doing. That makes him a superior player in that game. I mean, the one thing I pointed out, but I think it was a classic example, he used the guards to push up to keep the Puma away, to allow the T-70 to harass the squad all the way into base. But knowing he could do that, and enforcing that situation is not lucky. It's by design, and it's about game sense and tactical awareness. You don't get to keep doing that all the time. I made that. It is made out of bits of the game.